OCD, off-color discussions. Let's get crazy in this bitch. Yeah, I like MMA and comic books. What up? It's going to get a little off-colored.
I like burritos. So what?
I mean, who doesn't? This is the OCD podcast, Off-Color Discussions. I am your host, Joe B. Sitting across from me, legally here, is my man Mex Billy C.
What up?
And our guest tonight is Joe Sylvester from Joe Trivia. You can find them at Able Ebenezer every Tuesday night and get your trivia game on.
Yo.
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, Joe. What's going on, Bill?
What's up?
So first thing I want to talk to you actually is about Pennsylvania, because I lived there for 3 years, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I talk about your highway system and how shitty your drivers are.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'll go with you as far as the highway system. PennDOT is
nice little Schuylkill.
Yes,
where you get 4 highways that converge into one. Basically, at King of Prussia, where is
great mall,
one of the 5th largest malls.
The largest mall in the Northeast.
Yeah. So let's have 4 highways merge at this point so that you can go into Philly. Yeah, that makes sense. Old co-worker of mine told me that it was designed by a woman. Whether that's true, I don't know, but I'll go with it. And now you're a transplant up here. How long have you been here?
It's been here since November, so got here just in time for the winter. So
this winter wasn't that bad.
No, it was. You were kind of let off a little easy this winter.
I was in Pennsylvania the year that they got the record-breaking
the snow apocalypse.
Yeah,
so 2010.
We came up to see my friend's house. He just bought his house. We left, and then all of a sudden, it snowed for a month, and we didn't have shit.
Yeah. It was very, very busy that year.
So you're also a comedian?
Yeah. Done a couple places down south, Maryland, Pennsylvania. Looking to get into some venues up here, but still early yet.
Awesome.
So let you know more about that when it happens.
Who are your influences?
Comedically?
Yeah.
I like George Carlin, of course. Try to take a lot out of. He had a real smart, delivery. Smart. He didn't insult the intelligence of his audience. I like that. Jerry Seinfeld for kind of pulling humor out of nothing is the
observations,
right? The observational type stuff. Everybody's got common experiences, and best to draw off them.
Yeah.
I would say those are the 2 main ones. Yeah. I just want to point out. I want to go back. All the bad drivers you were encountering were from Jersey. They were not from. They were just moving through.
And you guys don't like to clean up deer.
No, well, if you wait long enough, somebody will come out and get it for dinner. Depending on how, if you're out in the suburbia. No,
I don't doubt it.
I think we were in Douglasville for 3 years, which it wasn't so bad. But my wife worked in Conshohocken, so to have to drive that all the time, it was an hour and a half. Like, fuck that. Yeah, I didn't mind. I'd never do that.
From someone who drives in the Northeast, I think we're we're definitely worse drivers than we want to admit that we are up here.
New Hampshire, no. Massachusetts, obviously, yes.
Yeah. Well,
you guys know what you're doing up here. It snows everywhere, but you guys know how to deal with it. Maryland, I would say, for weather driving, honest to God, and it has to be something that's taught because it's happened too much for it to be an accident. It starts snowing, and they'll put their hazards on. It's like, it's snowing on everybody. It's like, don't worry about it. We know.
Yeah, up here, I think our biggest thing is definitely speed in the snow. Anybody who has a 4-wheel drive vehicle, whether it's in it or not, still thinks that they can go 65 miles an hour down the highway.
That's better than 20. I mean, they didn't even plow. Where we lived, there was no plowing. Like, you didn't have town plowing like you have here. You had subcontract landscapers with pickup trucks and a plow on it trying to plow a store parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, or they just didn't plow at all. And they're like, nah, it'll melt. I mean, I will say that it did melt faster than it melts here.
That is true. Snow does melt.
So
I've found that New Hampshire is definitely in the middle. Maine, they like to drive at a very moseying pace. Massachusetts, everybody wants to run you off the road. So we're kind of right in the middle in New Hampshire.
Or they just don't know how to merge.
merging's challenging for
a lot of people.
So that whole live free or die doesn't apply to merging up here.
Man, just step on it and go.
You just go.
Do they use rotaries in Pennsylvania?
No. Well, we call them traffic circles. We have like 2 of them, but no, that's a New England thing.
Yeah. We're the only ones who had to make that difficult.
Yeah, I think Jersey had some, but
roundabouts and jug handles in Jersey.
Yeah.
Don't if Jersey's doing it, just don't do it.
That's where the jug handle came from?
That's the
Jersey?
Yeah.
No,
of course, if I want to make a left turn, why wouldn't I go right?
Jersey sucks.
Jersey does suck. Off topic, I was born in New Jersey. So no.
So was my wife.
I got out real soon. Oh, nice. What exit?
I don't know.
No, what do you know what town she's from?
I don't know. She was there, and I don't think she lived there very long afterwards. They got out pretty quick.
Good choice.
I will say Pennsylvania had some of the nicest people. Like, overly nice. But
so nice. You didn't get to Philly?
We almost lived in Philly.
Fair
there
enough.
were parts of it where we stayed out. It's not like driving in Boston. You didn't get that same feel. But where we were, they were border Amish. So it's...
Amish.
Yeah, so they were overly nice. Where you're like, oh, come in, meet my family. Let's hang out forever. No.
I don't want to end up in a basement.
I don't need that.
No, that's exactly right. That's where you end up, in somebody's basement freezer. Yeah,
or helping build a barn. I'm just saying.
So you host the trivia nights every Tuesday at Able for the summer?
I do. Well, yeah, for the next 2 months at least. Hopefully that's going to keep going through the year. Hopefully it'll be a long time thing. We've had some really good nights recently. Able's putting up a nice prize, $25 gift certificate for first place. Second prize gets to pick. Every week I do a theme round. You come in second place, you get to pick next week's theme round. Winner this week, for example, decided everybody on their team really liked The Office, the TV show The Office. So we're going to do 3 questions this week about The Office next week.
Nice.
So your listeners can get the heads up on that one.
So now, is that part of like a union or something? Because I randomly just happened to notice today that Notch Brewing has a trivia night. I think Thursday nights, and who else did I see? Cooper's Hill Public House in Peterborough. They have a trivia night coming on. So now I'm like, are you part of something? Is it like
there are
regions?
There are larger companies. The larger the company, in my opinion, the less quality of the product. You're getting kind of a one-size-fits-all thing. I'm a one-man show. I'm trying to do basically from like Boston to Portland, try to get a couple of different bars and breweries in that area, and then we'll tailor the questions to what you guys like, what people around here know and talk about. Try to make it a more personal thing. But there are larger companies that do a bunch of the different bars and stuff around here.
So how'd you get started on that?
I filled in. A friend of mine needed to basically take like a sick day. They were hosting in my small little town in Pennsylvania I grew up in. They needed a sick day. I stepped in and did it and found out it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And when you know all the answers, you seem really smart. When you've already got all the answers in front of you. So, it was for that. Basically, to have fun, make a little bit of money, and seem smart in front of people. Nice. Which is, that's what I'm going for.
You ever do any shitty bars? Where people are just annoying? Yeah, both. Both. Shitty, annoying. One place in Annapolis I was at, Docksiders in Annapolis. I don't know if anybody's listening from Annapolis, but they had me upstairs. They wanted me. They were an upstairs, downstairs type bar. All the people were downstairs, and they wanted me upstairs, basically like doing trivia from like no one could see me, no one knew what was going on, and the bartenders. The owner really wanted trivia. Bartenders didn't want trivia. The bartenders controlled the volume for me, so they just turned it off. And I did.
That's messed up.
I did a whole. I like talked a whole game, and then would come down and be like, "Hey, is anybody playing? Anybody like want to get their answers in?" And they were like, "What are you talking about?" Because the bartenders had turned it off.
Oh, that's messed up.
Nice.
Now, do you do stand up too? Or
I do, yeah, I do.
Are you doing that around the area?
Not
as
yet.
well,
I'm trying to find. The comedy clubs up here. I just learned about Headliners, which I'm going to try to get in at
in Manchester.
Right? Yeah. Shaskians. I was scheduled to go on there, and then they stopped doing comedy night.
Really?
So I think Chunky's is starting to do. Chunky's in Manchester, the one that just opened.
Right. I think I heard about that. They were talking about that on a local radio station.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get in there. I've got some feelers out to see if I can get in there, maybe do an open mic or something like that, and see what happens.
Now, how do you structure a joke? I have a friend that I think when we talked before, I want him to get into stand-up. I don't want to say his life's fucked up and miserable, because it's not that. It's just his life has enough material in it that he could make people laugh. And not even just the material, but how he delivers it. When he's relaying a story of the insanity that this kid goes through on a daily basis, it's comedy.
You can't make this
so
up.
He's got two of the qualities you're looking for. He's got misery and delivery.
Yeah.
And that right there, that's comedy. All he needs is no self-esteem whatsoever. He has to go into one of these places, and he's going, like, first time you go up,
he doesn't give a fuck.
You're just gonna die. Everybody's gonna hate you, and you're gonna die, and you're gonna cry all night. And you just gotta go and do that until you don't do that anymore. And he should go do it. It's gonna be great for him, because that one time, like, once you get through that, it's like the most amazing thing.
I think he can work through that.
I think he would get off the stage and try and pander for hugs.
Probably.
Yeah.
That could be his thing.
But we would go to the store to get food if we were having dinner. Then we make side trips down aisles. And if somebody would be like, oh, can I help you find something? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to find this lotion. I was told that this one's the best one for masturbation. Like, he doesn't care. He'll just go up to anybody and say messed up things.
Yeah,
like,
man, he's got to go for it. He's got to find, like, my advice is find an open mic night an hour away from where you live. Although this guy seems like it doesn't matter. Find an open mic an hour away from where you live, because you're not going to run into anybody that you go to work with, not going to run into, like, you know, your aunt's friend or whatever, and go and die. Just go up there and, you know, have some ideas of what you want to say, and go and have, like, the worst night of your life. And then see if you want to do it again. And if you do want to do it again, you're a comedian.
I'm going to definitely push him. He's coming on next week, so I'm definitely going to guide him and help him.
He's trying to help him better himself.
To get to comedy. Freedom. Like, do you have a regular job?
I don't right now, because we kind of just got here. And we just moved to we lived in Nashua for a little bit. Now we're in Merrimack. My full-time job is taking care of the house, trying to find gigs. But by training, I'm a librarian. I mean, it's not as exciting as it sounds, but I'm looking for that kind of work up here. But I've done some stuff. I worked Christmas time. It was a great store, Main Street, Nashua, Wine Not Boutique, where it's like fancy wine and cheese, and you get a lot of, like, if you just spend like 10 minutes in that store, you get, like, everybody, all the movers and shakers in New Hampshire come through. We had, like, I think my first customer was the mayor of Nashua, and the second customer was like a state rep. It was crazy. But then my favorite customer there, and this is like $100 bottles of wine, like cheese they sell like by the ounce. This guy comes in, he's wearing like an old army jacket. He's got like 4 days worth of unshaved face. And he comes in, he's like, oh man, I love some blue cheese. You guys got some blue cheese? And I'm like, yeah, but it's like kind of expensive. He's like, I don't care, man. I just love blue cheese. And he pulls out a wad of 20s. Like a gross wad of like drug 20s. And he's like, how much for that? He points to like this like $24 a pound blue cheese. Damn, and I'm like, it's like $24. He's like, I'll take the whole thing. And I'm like, all right. So one thing I'll say about Nashua is your bums have like really good taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they make a lot of money standing, you know, in the medians.
But they're spending on, you know, if you had to guess what they're spending on, I'm pretty sure, you know, fine cheese wasn't probably breaking the top 5.
No, yeah. Not even close.
I was like, sir, you have a cheese problem.
The reason why I asked was more because you have that freedom, and I want him to have that freedom. That's why I started this, because I'm hoping that it builds enough that this can be my career, where I enjoy booking people to do this, going after that, scheduling stuff, getting the equipment, doing the advertising, the promos on social media. I enjoy that. I would much rather do that than work at a normal 9 to 5 and have that freedom where this only takes me an hour. Oh, now I got 8 hours to kill. I can go do the jujitsu that I want to do, go back to the gym that I want to do that I don't have time because housework is a pain in the ass.
Right.
Yeah.
So, watch the Snoopcast when you want to.
Yeah. Gotta love UFC stuff.
Over and over again.
Just over and over. Just Snoop should do all. There should be a Snoop option on like every TV program. Like there should be like Snoop NN. Like if you want like
that would be awesome. If you could just have Snoop commentate everything.
Same everything. Same crawl, same like whatever story they're doing, but you just let Snoop take it. I think
awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. I
still got to see his Martha Stewart show. I've seen clips that are great. But
we had a little talk about it earlier. I mean, clips is really what you could watch a 5-minute clip of the best stuff.
When I think Snoop, episode. I think clips.
Yeah. I mean,
but probably not that kind of, not like film clips.
No. Not really. Yeah, I got it. Don't look at me like I didn't get it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I got it.
I think you're going to be able to handle this game later.
You're probably going to crush me.
I've been trolling this kid since yesterday.
Oh no!
Because he's you got to. We're gonna either look like idiots with this game, or we'll be great. My guess is it's probably gonna be a little bit of both. But yeah, gotta love.
So speaking of the game, so you guys told me like, oh, he went graphic on it. He put some Photoshop. Is that Silent Bob?
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's dressed up as Batman.
Okay,
and that's the Mexican Superman.
That's all right. That's a real action figure. So, the Mexican Superman
is a real
It's got a sweet Pedro mustache and everything. I don't know where he found that, but apparently it's an actual.
Do you own that, or is that just a picture?
That's Google.
Okay, all right.
I have seen it before online. There's a YouTube thing of a Mexican Superman.
There's like a video series. Of Mexican
Superman.
I'm really getting a nice little list of stuff to check out on YouTube.
That could be like make your list. You should publish the list of references that you make, and then people can go check things out. So far, we got PennDOT and Mexican Superman. Go check those things out, and the Snoopcast, of course.
Yeah.
So back to the comedian. Yeah. Like, what made you decide that this is what I love doing? Like,
probably mental illness.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But no, it's you just have to. You have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. It's one of those things that you couldn't force anybody to do, and you'd have to be willing to do it for free, which often you will have to do. But no, it's totally awesome when it's a great feeling. I did like theater in high school, like Nerdsville, like drama club and all that stuff, and that was always fun being up there, but. The part, was you had to be up there with a bunch of other people, and sometimes there was musicals going on. So I wanted to get away from that, but stay on the stage. And stand-up comedy is a good way to do it. It's a good way to like your friend. I hope will find is it's a great way to just get things off your chest.
He's got enough shit.
Yeah.
There was a long time he wanted to just wear a GoPro before GoPro was even big. Just wear a camera just to record his life and the crap that he had to go through and still goes through. Like, it's just nonstop.
You know who does that now? Cops.
Yeah.
So,
and then they plant drugs.
Right, yeah.
Like the Baltimore cops.
Yeah, shout out to Baltimore. What's going on? Butcher's Hill, Fells Point.
Yeah, he retard caught himself on his body cam, putting crack in a thing. He just got, it happened back in January. Yeah. He just got suspended not too long ago.
And they just released the footage. It's pretty funny stuff.
That's why. So you see him stuff it in, then he goes back to the front, meets his partners, and like, all right, I'm gonna go look.
So the deal is they have a record button, and he thought, as long as I don't hit the record button, I can do whatever, and then I can hit the record button and make it. So he went and set things up. The record was for audio, so he took video of him like hiding the drugs, the baggie of drugs, and then he like went and reset the scene, basically like walked down the alley away from it, and then was like, oh look, I totally found these drugs, but. He hit record, but he didn't realize the record was for audio, not the video was always going on.
So the thing is, he's a witness in like 53 other cases.
Which are all going to get tossed.
So
all of them.
Yeah. See you later.
It's like nicely done, officer.
There are a lot of people right now just clicking their heels together.
Hey man, it happens.
It's like The Wire. Yeah. It's not. Did you guys watch The Wire?
I have not.
No.
Well, there you go. So there's your next topic is. Gotta go watch The Wire. It was a TV show on, I guess maybe 10 years ago. It was about, like, drug cops in Baltimore.
Has the black guy that they wanted to play James Bond, right?
Correct, yeah. Nicely done.
Wow.
I forget his name.
I'm feeling
He's the same guy that's in Thor.
He's like a that guy actor. Yeah. He's in, you recognize him, but nobody knows his name.
I just can't pronounce it.
He probably knows his name.
It's like Iris, some shit like that.
Idris Elba?
No, wait.
Well, that's a black guy actor, but he wasn't in The Wire.
Oh, maybe it's not.
That's like the British. He was in.
Yeah, he wasn't in The Wire.
No,
maybe I'm thinking of the other guy.
I think you are thinking of the other guy.
That would have been points taken away.
It's not racist at all.
I have a couple friends. Counts, right?
I have a couple of friends.
Keep it diversified.
All right, let's do this. You guys ready? So you said you gave me a list of the topics you liked.
Yes.
You said movies.
Yep.
Comic books.
Yep.
Right. We didn't do any of those. We're not going to do any of them.
That's amazing. I think I got a better chance now.
Let's go 2 each, and then we'll do a tiebreaker if we need to.
All right, let's set
you guys all set?
Going down. Joe trivia.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Team quiz without the team.
All right.
1 for 1.
Psychology.
Oh fuck.
Psychology. Bill.
Yeah.
We don't have buzzers or anything, right? That'll be next time.
You can ding.
I can
We'll
just
start with
say
Bill.
ding.
We'll start with Bill. Bill.
Billy's fine.
Billy, you got it. Psychology.
Okay.
Name the psychological phenomenon that occurs when hostages or kidnapping victims develop intense feelings of sympathy and occasionally love for their captors. Big hint, named after a European city.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Correct. For 1,000,000 points.
Fuck, dude, I'm so done.
Psychology,
This is none of the list that I gave him.
No, we didn't.
I was favoring it for myself.
That is called reverse psychology.
I felt like maybe he was leaning on it a little much.
All right, now you can get me a beer, you bastard.
All right, I'll go.
All right, Joe. Movies.
Oh, shit, son.
According to the subscription film service lovefilm.com.
I'm sorry, what?
Lovefilm.com.
Okay.
This 1980 spoof disaster movie is the scientifically proven funniest movie of all time, with an amazing 3 laughs per minute. The Hangover, which came in second, registered only 2.4 laughs per minute. 1980 spoof disaster movie, scientifically funniest movie of all time, at 3 laughs per minute.
Shit. So many. 3 minutes. Damn, that's a lot of laughs per minute.
Clock's ticking.
Yeah, do you have time limits when you do them?
We do like 2 minutes, but as long as everybody's drinking, I just let them go. Okay. But it's your basement, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair way to do it.
Yeah.
Just let them drinking.
Just keep drinking. That's the point. There's more bar in my bar trivia than
Fuck.
trivia.
Dude, that's a good question. I want to say National Lampoon's Vacation, but I don't think it is.
National Lampoon's Vacation, is that your answer?
Yeah.
Airplane. Airplane. Funny movie. Funny movie if you haven't.
It is. I guess it's a disaster.
I mean,
the plane crash.
I admire your guess.
It's a good guess. It was a solid
good
guess,
guess.
but Billy's ahead.
Damn. Motherfucker.
Billy. All right, how we feeling about
I feel like you tossed him an easy one.
business?
Sure. Business is good.
Okay, what appropriately is the 3-letter New York Stock Exchange ticker symbol for Harley Davidson?
I would have to say, I'm going to take a guess at this. DVN?
Good guess. Joe for the steal?
It's going to be like HDN.
Oh, so close. HOG. Hog. You're
That's
riding your
brilliant.
hog, man.
That is brilliant.
Isn't that cool? What are the chances they got that one, right?
I would have thought Harley, though, as soon as I saw that.
Yeah, that's...
Scrolling across his ticker there. So 1-0.
1-0. No steal. We'll do, this is your second one.
Okay.
Gotta grab this one.
Or
else we're gonna have to go to a tiebreaker. Tiebreaker.
Shit, son.
Food and beverage?
All right.
You like it? All right, the presence of what ingredient makes a martini dirty?
Oh, the vermouth, right?
Incorrect.
No.
You want to take it? You want to just put it away?
I'm gonna attempt to take it and say the olive.
Yes.
That's what
Olive
makes it
juice
dirty?
or
Yeah,
brine?
Isn't the
man.
brine a vermouth?
No. Vermouth's vermouth's in any. If you have a martini, you got vermouth.
I think
But if it's dirty, you got olive juice or an olive or brine in some cases. All right, so no need for a tiebreaker. You want to do it anyway?
Fuck you.
I'll do a tiebreaker.
Nice.
Speed round.
We'll do it this way. We got 2 types. I like this one better.
Sorry, he's just mad that I beat him in NBA all
Jam?
the time.
Was that?
Yeah,
all the
NBA
time.
Jam. You own my ass in NBA Jam.
But
All
at
right.
trivia,
Yeah.
let's do. I like lists. So we always do one round a week. That's a list, one question, Lots of correct answers. More correct answers you're able to give, more points. But the way we'll do it for you guys is take turns naming correct answers to this question. Let's do one that's got 7 correct answers. So Joe will start.
It's like Family Feud.
A little bit. It'll go.
Yeah.
Whoever can't name one
Gotcha.
loses. And Joe will get, since it's 7, he'll have to name 4 to get to a tie. Otherwise, Billy takes it.
Makes sense.
All right, so we'll do. You name one, pass it to Billy, and then we'll do that until somebody can't go.
Oh man.
Keep it nice and simple. Keep it right in your wheelhouse.
I just watched The Karate Kid the other day. I'm ready for this shit.
Sweep the leg, Joe. Sweep the leg. You got a problem with that?
Yeah.
The movie's great.
It is great.
It's a fantastic movie. But he wins on an illegal kick. Have you seen anybody talk about that before?
The crane kick?
So they specifically say no kicks to the face.
Yeah.
The guy the referee is like no kicks to the face, and he wins a kick to the face. I want to see a reshoot where the ref comes out. He's like, no, what did we say? What did we talk about?
You can't follow the rules. You can't have the win. Like, what's going on here?
You have to watch the second one to see how it ends afterwards, where the other teacher goes out and tries to punch Mr. Miyagi and only punches glass.
Yeah. He gets a fistful of glass. That'll teach you to run a different gym.
No,
All right, we'll do 7 deadly sins.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Joe, you can start. What'd you say?
Greed.
Gluttony.
Pride.
Lust.
Nice. Came out of nowhere.
Oh, shit.
My brain started working.
There he goes.
My brain stopped. I'm trying to remember 7.
What's
that's a good way to do it. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Shit.
Yeah.
Time's ticking. Feeling pressure.
Call the clock.
Gluttony's of food. Lust is where he's fucking.
He's going through the movie.
Are you seriously going through the dead bodies in your head right
Joe's
now?
gonna go.
Trying, but
Joe's
I
gonna go watch
stuck.
the movie 7.
Oh my god.
Oh. Billy, can you put it away?
Can I put one more?
Joe.
Envy.
There we go.
Envy?
Yeah.
I couldn't get it. I
That
drew
must
a
make
blank.
you. That must make you really mad.
It does make me mad.
That's the other one.
How mad does it? How mad does it make you?
See,
Pretty
now
mad, right?
Yeah. Now the pressure's on, and I can't remember the other one.
He's like tossing it to you.
How about wrath?
I know he is.
Wrath.
Damn.
You're so freaking mad. And sloth, but I didn't feel like saying that one.
Sloth.
That's what is that?
It's like being lazy.
Oh, okay.
It was the.
I just keep thinking of the Goonies, so every time I hear sloth, I see the Goonies, so I wasn't quite sure what that was supposed to mean.
You know, they're still talking about doing a sequel to that, right?
I thought it was
They
in
better
the
not.
works.
Well,
at this point.
with the original cast as the parents and their kids go on some stupid adventure.
Corey Feldman, man, he's like.
He is off
Did
the
you see-
rails right now.
He's totally off the rails.
Yes.
He-
Did you see the
done.
YouTube video of him on the what do you call it, hoverboard?
No.
No.
It's just like he's supposed to be. There's another band playing. He gets up on the stage and he starts like doing a dance on the hoverboard. It's the best thing you've ever seen.
I saw him on Good Morning America with his new song, and it was wow. It was a train wreck. If you find it on YouTube, it's seriously a train wreck. I didn't even know he sang music or made music in general, but I didn't know he sang.
The other one died, right? Corey Haim?
Yes.
Did he?
I think it went off.
Just bring it straight down.
I think that's where it all went off the rails.
Who's your favorite Corey? The one that's alive.
There you
Yeah.
go.
the
Actually,
one?
do you watch Psych at all? Anybody? No.
No.
Psych? No.
I did for like half a minute.
Yeah,
I was like,
I fucking love that show. Only because there was a dynamic between the two main characters that reminded me of how I am with friends and how we interact where it's retarded, basically. But they're doing a movie that I'm probably the only one in the world that's excited for.
They're doing a Psych movie?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we didn't see enough Psych when it was on?
No, apparently.
All right.
No, you could tell when it was going to end that it was time for it to end as far as the series went. But yeah, I don't know what the movie's going to be about, but they're doing one.
I hope the Academy knows what's coming.
Yeah, they'll get it.
I have a feeling it's going to sweep. So what do we're queuing up YouTube here. I think he can't take the suspense. He has to watch.
Yeah. He's got to see it's
Corey
the
Feldman.
audio that's really. So aside from the this is his music video?
That's what you said, right?
No,
just
his
his
good
performance.
I was talking about his Good Morning America performance.
Yeah.
But I'm a little intrigued here. Oh my god, he looks like a elderly woman.
Yeah, he does.
It's a lot of drugs right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of drugs.
Do you guys remember the 90s? Because I don't think Corey does remember the 90s.
Oh, no.
It's a nice tub.
I don't know how I don't know how good radio this is.
He rented that for the video shoot,
What
and
the fuck?
He rented the apartment?
Yeah,
So do you
there's
think-
no way that's his apartment.
So what gender does he claim?
I'm pretty sure he's like
Male.
I
I don't
think
think.
He's not all poly bi.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know the guy, but
I mean, haven't had interactions with him at all.
no, he
thankfully.
hasn't come on.
If there's that,
I'd be flattered
yeah,
for sure.
I mean, you were
And he's
one.
got several women in the apartment with him. This is fantastic audio.
So, yeah, no.
I'd just like to point out that if you are a guest on the OCD podcast, you'll be provided with Pennsylvania's finest lager, Yingling,
Which is an amazing beer.
Let's not kid ourselves.
All
It's a passable beer, but it reminds me of home.
I can't buy it here.
You can't get it here.
So
it's a
therefore
luxury.
It makes it
You have to go to
special.
Mass.
And you can get it in Mass now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go to
Yeah. So
Massachusetts.
when I first moved to what the fuck,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, it's still fucked up without the audio.
What
but
is he on?
I don't know, but this is
all of it.
everything.
Wow.
Whatever they gave him beforehand.
So he looks like he is.
And just to point out, this is the Today Show. So this aired at like 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
This is like
These people
this
look-
is
so he's
vintage.
singing, dancing. He looks like a vampire that broke his nose.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's had a lot of plastic surgery.
Well, the thing about this is that I found the funniest was after the performance, Twitter, as you know, tends to do, blew up just bagging on him. And he was so hurt by it. Was so hurt. They actually had him on Good Morning America again to talk about how hurt he was by everybody's negative opinions
hurt
about
Corey.
his performance.
Ed
He's
Sheeran.
so retarded, though.
What about?
He was on Game of Thrones, so he did a cameo
Oh, yeah,
on Game
yeah.
of Thrones this week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Spoiler alert.
I don't watch
For
that
everybody
show.
who's a
And
Sheeran.
people hated it so much for like no reason that he quit Twitter. He like deleted his Twitter.
Oh, that's
people
why
were bagging on him
I
too
saw
much.
that he quit, but I didn't read why.
It was like it was like
He
there's
got
Ed
that
Sheeran.
much negative attention.
Well, he did stick his like big ginger head in like a bunch of shots. It didn't. He like didn't have
Yeah.
lines, and he was in several shots. So it was a little like, can we like get him
So
out
why
of frame?
even have
here?
him in there then?
Well, because he was like, oh, he's like the bard. He's like
Yeah.
the
Oh, was
bard
it?
singing at the
No,
campfire, and it was okay. Hey, Ed Sheeran, and then as like other people were talking, and the camera was like framing Ed Sheeran. It was like, do we need to?
There was
Yeah.
a couple awkward in that whole scene. I'm assuming you saw it.
Yeah,
So in that whole scene, there was a few awkward people in there. I don't know if they were just extras with a couple lines and got their break, or if they were like bandmates of his or something that came with the package
I'd love to
deal.
believe that. I'd love to believe that Ed was like, come on, guys, come.
So what it sounds like is that your show is going to go downhill then.
Oh well, I don't. It's not going downhill storyline so far.
No,
that will not derail
right,
this
no.
monster.
So your storyline can stay good, but if you start adding where
Well,
where
you know the
your
band
social
Sigur.
media is going to blow up, then it's going to go down.
Well, they've done it before in other seasons. They've
Yeah.
had a couple guest stars. Like, they just randomly toss, but people die
That
so
bad?
fast in that show. It doesn't
They-
matter.
oh shoot, what's his name from Coldplay? Was and he was just like a random guy who dies. He was like, "Can I
Yeah.
be in your show?" They were like, "Yeah, we need a guy to go die," and he died. And Sigur Rós, the band,
Yeah.
they were like the band playing at a like they were like the characters went to a play and they were the band playing at the play. It was like, and it's like, oh, okay, I can live with that. But they like stuck Ed Sheeran's big old head.
Yeah,
right in
his
front of
is
everybody.
not as hard. Like, there are people that have been in the show that you just miss, and you never even find out until their name was on a list of, like, celebrities that
And you're
have
like, oh, that's
cameoed.
cool.
Ed Sheeran
So
is
I
like,
could,
boom.
I could deal with
Yeah.
that, but that seems like it would be ridiculous and unnecessary.
Yeah. Most of them die in those episodes.
But most of everybody dies in Game of Thrones. It's
Fair
kind of what we
enough.
like about it.
Yeah.
So how long until that show goes off the air then?
Wow.
Well, one more season. They're slated for one more season. So this season, then another season, and that season's going to be movies.
And they
Is what they
also
said.
have 4 spin-offs in the works that they're isolating the stories.
So is this guy going to survive, the one that's writing it?
There's
Yeah.
27 different main characters right now that are still alive, I believe. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about the author, though. You're talking about George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Still
he's
writing
not
the
that.
stories though, right?
He's pretty hard looking, but he's not that old. I think he's going to survive. He's just got to start writing, man.
I think it might be like Booze or something. A long stretch of it, or now, who knows? But he does look a little rugged. But he's not. I don't think he's that close to,
I have
going
not-
down without finishing the story.
I think
I
he's
have
gonna
not
finish.
watched one episode.
It's coming to Netflix, from what I hear. I think
Dude, it's already
HBO.
what 8 Seven seasons?
This is season 7.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But HBO had
I
the
don't have time for
exclusive
that
rights
shit.
to it.
I don't have time for that shit.
Obviously.
I have the first.
You don't have time for that shit.
I
You're
do
telling
not
me to
have
watch
time for that.
Daredevil.
Right.
Which-
You should have already been done.
I'm almost done
That
with the
came
first
out
season.
a while ago.
Game of Thrones came out
Too far ago.
6 years ago.
Right. So I have the first 5 seasons on a thumb drive
of
Game of Thrones.
Totally
and
legal.
I have still
copies.
I'm pretty sure you got that.
not from a friend
Yeah.
who knows a friend who has connections.
The
Who has a
legal,
van.
the license to distribute it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if anybody from Sony Entertainment is out there, or
I think
HBO,
you can copy it. You just can't sell it, right? Is that
N-
it's usually how it works, right? No?
Yeah.
As long as you're not selling it or making a profit off of it.
No. Remember that whole with the
No,
box thing?
I don't read that.
Joe is not a lawyer.
No, he's not.
Have you ever seen the beginning of a movie before?
Yeah, I don't read it.
Yeah,
though. Usually I'm talking.
You're like, the FBI's in this one too.
It's
Oh,
bullshit.
man.
It's bullshit.
They're in every single movie.
Every goddamn movie.
You got to get on it. I'm telling you, you like
I'm not going to get on it.
There's a
I'm
there's
not,
a lot
I'm
to
not.
it.
I don't have that much time to dedicate to 7 seasons.
You know you don't have
You know what I
to binge watch
you
it
know what
in
I
2
watch?
days.
Right, but I'll never get caught up. It's
Okay.
too far.
Well, between the podcast and the Snoopcast,
That's
Yeah.
true.
he doesn't have.
And then
I
working
have
kids.
certain time for certain things. I have to clean my pool. I have to play with kids.
Oh
You're-
man,
your
you're
team-
living the
yeah.
life.
Yeah, you are. It's a rugged old
You're
thing
like-
over there.
They say the rock star lifestyle is a myth, but they haven't met Joe.
It exists.
You just want to be free, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I just need financial freedom so that way I can clean my pool in the morning
And then watch Game of Thrones.
and then watch Game of Thrones
Yeah.
all day and pretend like
It's
I'm
a
going to go
goal.
to the gym.
Well, you know what? It might actually be beneficial for you by then because then you can just binge watch all 8 seasons.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. You would have all the time in the world.
The show should not last that long.
Yeah. So I was kind of curious, just kind of go back to the stand-up comedy because stand-up comics have kind of always fascinated me. Like just the type of people that are, they're like drummers and pitchers and goalies. They seem like a different breed of person.
So wait, the list is drummers, pitchers, goalies, and stand-up
Okay.
comedians.
So the reason I throw all those together is goalies and pitchers in the sports world are the guys that are different.
Yeah.
They need their routines, they need their space, like their lives are a little bit different than the rest of the players on the team. Then I throw drummers in because the drummer's always the guy in the back and he's always the weird, crazy one, right?
Right,
The
okay.
drummer's always doing the crazy stuff. And that's how I see comedians. Like, that's how I think that they are when they're off stage or just in the back hanging out. So,
More
back to
like
my
stand-up
original-
comedy is more like rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
It's like like everybody's doing one thing and you're like, oh, I'm doing something different.
okay,
Like-
fair enough. Now, how long have you been doing this stand-up wise? Like, when did you start?
4 years very casually. So
Yeah.
I don't want to put myself out there like I'm, top of the game. Very casual, hobbyist. Pretty much when I don't have a job, I'll go and see what kind of open mics are available and stuff like that. The trivia thing is they sort of go hand in hand because you're doing kind of a show, but your script's already written for you. You got the questions and stuff, and then you just riff off of that, and the audience will give you plenty to throw back. But it's interesting. I get what you're saying. So the pitcher stands alone, the goalie, stands alone. Nobody's doing what they do.
They're always in
Stand-up
their
is
own
up there.
headspace.
Yeah, you're like no band in front of him, no
Right.
he's not in a chorus line or whatever. But stand-up is up there alone by himself with a microphone. Hopefully, as long as nobody else gets up there. No, I get it. But you really shouldn't, as with like everything in life, you shouldn't be at all impressed, by anything stand-up comedians do. It's really the people who chose to go do that.
Yeah.
Anything you attempt to do, you're likely to get better at.
I don't know. Just all the great ones, they go through the long struggle of getting to that point where they're big. So it just seems like it's something that you got to be dedicated to if you really want to do it. So I didn't know how dedicated you were.
Not at all.
If you were pushing to do shows every night, or if you're trying to get somewhere every weekend.
I'll do what I can, Billy. It sounds exhausting.
I'm just asking. 4
Why couldn't you
years
pick
seems,
a punter?
huh?
Why not the punter? You don't like the punter? Fuck the punter.
No,
He
you know what?
stands by himself,
Yeah,
like-
they probably. It's
That's a
kicker.
hard work
they're
to
in
do,
their
like a-
headspace. Well, that's usually because everybody leaves them at the other end of the bench.
I know I'm like the trivia guy. I actually don't know the answer to this. Are there punters in the Hall of Fame?
I believe there is one.
How does that-
I would
that's-
Google that.
that's-
But
How does that
Right.
acceptance speech go?
I
We
think
should
it-
look it up.
I think it's
Go
just
ahead,
the accumulation of actual yards that they've punted, and
You're still like,
I mean, there has to be every other position on the team has somebody in the Hall of Fame, so they've got to put they put water boys in. So
is that true?
No, I don't
think there's water boys, but at least the water boy like brings you water and you appreciate it. Like the punters out there when you like can't, you there's a failure. It's like an inherent failure if you're putting the punter out there. But at the same time, like he probably deserves to be appreciated. I just love to know if there's any punters in the Hall of Fame. And then I want, and this is probably beyond. I don't think you could do this from your phone, but like if you had an acceptance speech, I want to hear that acceptance speech. Like, and like, usually they have people come up and be like, oh, was it such a great, working with this guy? And be like, yeah, every time we were losing, we could count on him to just kick that ball away.
Well, I mean, there has to be some, because punters usually are older. They have the longest careers because they do the least amount, in my opinion. So then they're only out there a couple times.
No love for punters.
Well, I mean, unless you're the Browns and then the punter's out there all the time. But
like MVP, yeah.
But for other teams, I mean, a punter could go 20.
So there's one.
There is one in
one.
And yeah. I bet you he played for the Colts or the Chargers. No? Yeah,
no.
Neither one of
them. 49ers.
No.
I'm going to go Eagles.
No. God, no. No, it's Ray Guy, and he played for the Los Angeles Raiders.
The Raiders.
Wow, right. Back when they were in the L.A.
So, yeah, now they're going to be in Las Vegas.
Did he solely get in just because he has punted more times than any other punter?
No, there was actually a big story. He kicked it past somebody. I don't know. He's somebody great for a punter.
Oh.
What? I mean, I didn't read his story. I just saw his name and who he played for. I don't really give a fuck. He's a punter, so who cares?
See? Back to the other end of the
punter.
Although, who's the guy that we have?
Kostowski?
No, that's the kicker.
Yeah, he's the kicker. But Al, was it Allen?
Do they have career punters anymore? I thought they were like
kicking on a couple seasons.
Yeah, not on the Patriots. They rotate people out like
they just don't punt.
No,
I'm a Ravens fan, so Justin Tucker we trust.
See,
he's like
Ravens.
Yeah, I think he's been playing for
Ravens.
Yeah, man. I know it's a little hurtful, but it's good. At least he's got a good team. I mean,
well, not last year.
Well, that's 1 year.
All right. Flacco's leg came off just that one time. It was fine.
It could be worse.
Back on.
He could be an Atlanta fan.
That hurts.
I mean, didn't they win half a Super Bowl?
Half a Super Bowl. Yes, they did.
3/4 of the Super Bowl, basically.
Yeah. Tom Brady realized where they were in the game, and all of a sudden. It's still the craziest thing. I mean, I feel bad for Atlanta fans, too, because every fan stopping in Atlanta on the way home from that Super Bowl was trolling people.
That's a beer I want to try.
What?
Whatever beer Atlanta was making if New England won. They had a bet with Sam Adams. So if New England won, Atlanta was supposed to make a beer in honor of the Patriots. And if Atlanta won, Sam Adams was going to make a beer for Atlanta. Yeah. And if Patriots won, some brewery down in Atlanta was supposed to make a beer for us.
I'm going to have to find that out. I wonder if they actually distribute it. Or if it was like if you
just
can get
there.
it just in Atlanta.
Probably not, because they'd probably just throw it because they would be mad. Joe Flacco is probably the best mediocre quarterback ever.
Not an intelligent man. Joe Flacco.
No, but he's good. I've had him on fantasy several times. He does all right, but
need better
he's
fantasies,
just so
man.
Inconsistent. I usually fall to like the middle of the pack. I think I'm getting screwed all the time. I think it's bullshit. I never get the first pick. I think one time I had the last pick, which is almost as good as the first pick minus waiting.
Do you play fantasy?
I don't play fantasy, but I actually met. So my wife went to University of Delaware, and then we were in Baltimore. So we were fans. She was fans for a long time. She was on the marching band, and so she had a connection with not an actual connection, but like an imagined connection with Joe Flacco. So we were big time Ravens fans when we were there. We lived downtown in a neighborhood called Butcher's Hill, which sounds like it's like should be a rough neighborhood. It's actually like not. It's really really nice, but it's like Butcher's Kitchen. Hill. Yeah, right. It's like not really. It was pretty good. So we were walking up the street. We just gotten a new puppy dog. We're walking up the street and we see this like crowd of people. But it's like our neighborhood, so we're not going to turn around. I'm going to get coffee, and we get closer and we see it's a photo shoot, and it's Joe Flacco with like a bunch of kids. They were doing something for like one of the YMCA's or whatever. And we're walking by, and the photographer's like, "Hey, get out of the shot!" And we're like, "We live here." And Joe Flacco goes, "Can I pet your dog?" And we're like,
I can so picture him doing that too.
I'm never watching this dog again.
And we didn't. We never watched the dog. Dog's dead now. No, dog's fine.
Hey, the
dog is fine.
Wow.
So we bring the dog over, and he's petting the dog, and it's super weird because he's just like petting the dog and still like surrounded by people and there's cameras and they're all flashing and stuff like that. And he's petting the dog and he turns to everybody because everybody's just like watching him and he's like, I like dogs. The thing I like best about dogs is they stay dogs forever.
Oh my god.
That is amazing.
Joe Flacco. And we're like, yes.
That's like Ryan Lochte. I had no idea who that dude was other than he kept coming in second to Michael Phelps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And wow, that guy has got some upstairs issues.
He's uncomplicated.
He is not complicated at all. He's definitely a simple guy.
Yeah, but now he's an embarrassment.
You know they're having Michael Phelps race a shark?
I heard
sorry,
about this
what?
in open water.
In honor of Shark Week,
Get the
they're having
fuck
him
outta
race a great white shark.
In open water?
I think it's
Dude,
in
I
open
hope
water.
that motherfucking shark gets him. Dude,
I
what
think
the fuck?
I think they were like
How
putting
stupid
meat
are
flippers
you?
on him
There's
too.
going to be a thing. I think there's going to be I hope that there's a divider for Michael Phelps' sake, but
He should
otherwise,
have to
I think
swim
he's-
from the shark.
I don't know if you sign
Shark
up for
wins.
this.
It's your snack. Well, it's like a friend of mine sent me a thing yesterday. The Chechen president
was like, there's no gay people here.
he challenged the UFC to have his fighters fight the UFC fighters to death matches because he feels that his
Sure, not?
soldiers are stronger. Well, yeah, when you live in shitty area and that are dealt with war all the time and you have to kill people, yeah, you're probably going to end up killing people. These are prize fighters. I mean, they could kill somebody, yes, but they don't know what it's like to cross that line where I'm sure when you're 12 and in your Russian army, yeah, you're going to know what it's like to open up on somebody. But yeah, he challenged the UFC to basically death matches.
That's an awesome move. That's an awesome strategy. Because there's no way they're going to say yeah, so you look tough either way. You're like, I'll challenge you guys to the death. And these like UFC people are like, no, thank you. And they're like, oh, see, we're the
fucking
best.
pussies.
you not only look crazy and intimidating, that's wow.
Chechen, man.
Wow. Well, when you got to get that second slice of bread when you're 8 years old.
Sure.
Do what you got to do, right?
To the death. Yeah.
What's this new beer that you got for this week?
I forget
It's
the
a Chechen
brewery,
beer.
but it's called
a Chechen
Thunderclap.
Thunderclap.
It sounded intriguing. It's called Thunderclap.
Is it a glass beer? Is it a...
It's a double IPA.
I caught Thunderclap in college, sophomore year. There's a cream for it, though.
I had chlamydia once. That shit's rough. Take some penicillin and you're good. I don't know
Billy
if they
left.
still... Yeah, I don't know if they still do that stuff anymore. I'm so glad I'm so far removed from like dating and dealing with that shit where you're like, oh, I caught another STD. Like,
Is
fuck
that
that.
I don't think that's for real, is it?
I'm
People saying
pretty
that?
sure. No, have you listened to any of the podcasts at all?
Any of your podcast? No, I don't have
I
that.
didn't say no.
He's like, fucking kid, man. I can't wait to get this shit over with. I'm so done.
Who? Joe? No, he's having fun. Look at him.
I'm having a good time. No, I'll check it out. I didn't know where to find it or.
It's on SoundCloud and YouTube for now. It used to be on the app Cloudbox, but that app would not allow me to load up the second episode. So fuck it. You are literally the third episode.
Oh, awesome.
So
Are you guys any good?
I don't know. I mean, the first episode has almost 100 views on YouTube. So I mean, we're slowly growing. I think we're at 124, 125 followers on Facebook. So I mean, you get rid of the 50 people for family. It's still almost.
Oh, I got an Irish
people,
family.
so.
Gonna have to deduct like 200.
Now,
just let me know when you want to start recording.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I hit that button.
Did
Right?
you stop recording?
No.
Oh.
No. Come on, man. For somebody that has shirts that say "sarcasm is my native language," you should get sarcasm.
Sorry, I'm a little slow. It's kind of hot in here.
It is fucking hot in here.
I didn't want to bring the elephant in the room out, but
I don't know if you can
hot.
see.
Well,
like
that's
the
why it's
sweat.
so hot. The damn elephant.
Yeah.
But I get a window open and everything.
All right, so I see you going double IPA.
Hidden
so
Cove.
you're going big boy
Because they're
style
delicious.
right now.
I think I like double IPAs. If I'm gonna go IPA, I think I like the double IPA.
I'm kind of impressed by that because you're really not someone who used to vary in there. Now, are you a beer drinker?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like craft beers and all that? They got a lot of stuff down in Maryland, like small breweries.
They have some good ones. It's nothing like up here. Like you can't go half a mile up here without seeing like a quality craft brewer.
Right.
So yeah, we're really loving that.
What's your favorite beer from Able?
I had a couple of the Broad Arrows. I would say that's my favorite for. Well, I found it. I had a couple. I had a couple, and I found it like nice and sessionable. You can have like a couple of them and not get totally off your rocker. People love the burn the ships.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
I'm a big fan. What turned me on to them was the Kilgore. I went to the gym that's across the street from there, and it was like a Friday night. We went out for beers afterwards, and they had Kilgore. It was a coffee porter. So I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, let's do that. Drank that. And then when I went to go back, I did not know that it was a seasonal at the time. So I went back like, hey, let me get a thing of Kilgore, and like, no, you're an idiot. No, man, that's that beer. This is this time.
That's a total fiasco there in planning though. They got the CrossFit gym directly across from the craft brewery,
and they go there every Friday night after working out.
All the brewers go to
no,
CrossFit. That makes more sense.
CrossFit goes to the brewery every Friday.
Let's like work out and then drink.
Carbs and protein.
Are we trying this?
Yes, sir. So this is Hidden Cove Brewing out of Wells, Maine, and it's called Thunderclap. It's a double IPA with an 8.8 alcohol.
By volume, yeah, nice.
Yeah. That's the double IPAs, man.
Yeah, they're delicious.
You know, my favorite is Burn the Ships as well. I know it's popular over there, but I try to keep to a 2 Burn the Ships limit. That's a strong one right there.
Yes.
It's actually pretty good.
It's not bad, yeah.
They are pretty good.
I
want to go to the beer store and figure out who the owner is, and I want to talk to them and have them on. They have have you ever been there?
The beer store? No.
Yeah.
What's the beer store?
So on 101A in Nashua, it's called the beer store. That's what it's called, the beer store.
Amherst Street.
Okay, all right.
So they have every craft beer that you want. They sell Burn the Ships. They sell stuff from Henniker, everywhere local, plus other ones not local, but it's just craft beer.
I believe there are over 700 different beers.
Whoa.
Meats, wines.
That's a lot of beer.
It's almost like walking into the liquor store when you first turn 21 and you're like ready to come in your pants because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's so much
that was the experience I had.
Yeah. So no. So when I went in there the first time, because I'm not a beer drinker, drinking Able is what made me drink heavier beers. Like I really enjoy their beers. I don't like Sam Adams. I think it's gross. And then I think
that's an unpopular opinion.
Outside of Oktoberfest and winter, I could give 2 shits about Sam Adams. I think
that's fine. At least you have something from the Sam family that you like.
Yeah, just those two. I think their summer is crap, and I'm not a big fan of Boston.
I found out that it changes every year. The recipe for Sam Summer, the recipe's different every year. They add a little bit more or less of some certain things.
Probably urine.
Probably. Yeah. The first day that they opened, because I had seen them advertising on Facebook, and I went in. Yeah, the beer store. I went in on my way home from work, and the guy had literally been busy all day long. And I went in there, and it was like almost like angels singing, light shining down on me. The cooler's lit up. It was so beautiful there. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You go in, grab your own 6-pack thing, build your own little. I want to try this. I want to try that. Oh yeah, you can get a little pricey though if you're not checking prices.
Yeah, the one we had last week, was it the Pipe Dream? The Surf's Up. That quart can was, I think, $15.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Pipe Dream's just right up here,
good.
man.
No, I see. When you told me that you're going there, I think that's what triggered it. That I wanted to get that one. I want to get them in here too. I just want to keep trying beers.
It's a good way.
Them all.
I'm sorry I didn't have any beer to bring.
Oh, hey.
No, that's the beautiful thing
next
about
time.
this. That's how we lure it in.
I'll bring some beers.
That's how we lure people in. It's like, puppies in a van, or come be on it. We got beers.
That's very specific, Billy.
It was.
Yeah.
Settle down.
I work downtown Nashua, so there's a lot of white windowless vans. So you got to be, sketched out about these things.
So a lot of burritos there too.
There's only one burrito place in downtown Nashua. No, only one worth going to.
No, it's true. There's several burrito places. There's only one you actually want to get a burrito from.
Which one? I'm not asking you.
He probably doesn't know.
It's
buried in the ghetto.
So we're not talking about margaritas, I guess.
No.
No, the one right on Main, Azatotl or whatever they did. They just renamed.
Yeah, they got actually really good burritos there too. I always want to say Aztec, but that's not what it is.
It's not exactly.
It's a little pricey, but it's right on Main Street. It's really good. No, there's a little hole in the wall place right off where the old courthouse, I believe it was. The courthouse was, and that rotary right in the center of the old. Yeah, so right off Main Street.
This is something I learned moving to New England. Is if you ask anybody for directions to anything, you have to know where things used to be. It's down where the post office used to be. I'm like, that's of no help.
Everything is in time. It's never in miles. Like, how long to get to Nashville? Well, it's about 20 minutes, not 6 miles down the road. But it's called California Burrito, and it's right in front of this giant apartment.
I know, but that's a chain, man.
Yeah, it's not up here. I knew it was a chain. I told you he franchised into that. Yeah, it's not. No, but nobody around here has one.
Like this, Billy's like, you know where you get the good Italian food? Olive Garden. It's a little place.
Dude, you already.
Not everybody knows.
I knew it was a chain. It's just we don't have any this far north. Like,
right, but it's still a chain. So that means it's the same shit.
So is Chipotle, and I love Chipotle burritos too.
He does.
I live at Chipotle.
You can take Billy everywhere.
I can. I'm easy.
Mexican, I'm
a cheap date. Give me an IPA
and
a nice
good
burrito.
Chipotle is that cheap.
It is cheap.
It's not cheap enough to be as bad as it is, and it's not good enough to be as much as it costs.
Okay, that's fair.
You're making a poor decision. One way or another, you're making a poor decision when you step in front of Chipotle. Oh, are they a sponsor?
No.
Okay, good.
We don't have any sponsors
Chipotle
yet. Although, do you see
But if anybody from Chipotle is listening,
sponsor up? I don't care. I go there all the time.
Did you see a bunch from the UK got shut down?
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad. Yeah. Good thing I don't buy mine in the UK.
Same.
Don't try and scare me off of it, man. I've only since discovered this about a year ago.
I'm trying to protect your intestines.
Again, I've never had an issue. And if I do have an issue there, I will find another burrito joint. There's no way I'm giving up the burritos. I have to eat them. It's the easiest thing to eat during work.
I think you pick your battles, Joe.
Yeah.
And
these are life lessons.
He clearly knows what he's talking about.
No.
Wet the floor with you at trivia.
I am a man who knows what he likes.
And we should go one more round because I am not satisfied with losing like that.
Well, you bring me back. Bring me some yingling.
I say
we'll go again.
We go again another night where you can bone up on your psychology and stuff like that.
Bitch, it was one question.
Totally. I wish I could.
One right question.
He texts me. He's like, "Here are the topics we really like." I'm like, "I'm not doing any of that."
None of them.
He didn't even answer the. Sure. He didn't even answer the text. He's like, "I didn't see it." Come on, dude.
I swiped left, and then I realized it wasn't Tinder.
Although I will say, a good 80s movie. I was born 80, young kid.
We should. Airplane's a classic. You gotta go classic,
but I haven't seen it since I was a kid because my parents watched it.
Right.
We're gonna have 80s action movie night soon.
Yes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So August 12th, we're doing a Mystery Science Theater edition podcast, watching Cobra.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not watching sci-fi. We're watching action movies.
Action movies.
Cobra.
Mystery Science Theater. Copyright. Free.
Yeah. Not style. Not the actual.
It's an homage.
Yes. To this show.
Yeah.
I used to love that show.
Used to. It's still on.
It's on Netflix, but you don't have time to watch it.
It's a new. It's 3,000 now, not 2,000.
It never was 2,000.
Yeah, no. Sure. Pretty sure.
Mystery Science Theater 3,000.
Always was.
Always has been. Always will be.
Man, I suck at trivia. Jesus.
I appreciate your idea for this. You made me look smart.
Well, yeah.
Wicked smart.
Smash.
Go fuck yourself.
And on that note,
can I say that?
Yeah, you can say anything you want.
There goes your rating.
Remember editing? We're gonna leave that one in.
I'm definitely leaving that in.
All right.
You're stretching like you're ready to go.
I'm done.
You ready to go?
I think
he's done. I think this hot box is done.
We came.
All right.
Money's on the dresser.
Check out Joe Sylvester every Tuesday night at Able Ebenezer. Joe Trivia tonight. Team quiz.
Find me on Facebook and Twitter, and you'll get hints and tips and upcoming events.
You're awesome, bud. Thanks for doing this.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
It's been awesome. All right, folks, that's episode 3 right there. We're just picking up steam and getting going. Make sure you go down to Able Ebenezer every Tuesday night. Go see Joe, play some trivia, win some prizes, drink some beer, have some fun, lots of laughs. Appreciate him for coming out. Next week up on the podcast, we have Clave Sparkwell. For those of you that just listened, you heard me talk about a friend I'm trying to get into stand-up. This is that kid. He's going to tell you some stories, and you're going to see what I see on why he should be doing stand-up and sharing the stories of his life with y'all. Have a good night, have a good morning, have a good evening, whatever you're doing to listen to this. And make sure you like, follow, share, spread, review. Tell us what you want us to talk about. Throw your 2 pennies in, we'll throw in our 2 pennies, all right?